Well, hey, hey! Oh man, I just realized I forgot to shave. Welcome to LLN, New York City. I am Adam, and I will be taking you to a series of crimes, fires, perhaps even accidents, believe it or not. Where I will shoot video for the news tomorrow morning, as in New York City news stations. So stay tuned. By the way, the guy who shot and killed the Michael Scully, the Bay Ridge guy, they took him into custody. I missed the perp walk because I was asleep. For anybody I know who knew about this perp walk, thanks a lot for nothing. Anybody else? What do you mean anybody? There isn't anybody else. But you know what? I'm gonna say what a photographer often tells me when I tell him about a job. And I think it's hilarious because I'm repeating the same thing. And this is what he says. This is what he says. It happened before my shift. I don't care. So yeah, it happened before my shift. I don't care. Didn't happen on my shift. Usually don't wear a helmet unless, you know, there's a crazed gunman barricade in the building or something. I think. I think the first thing is to figure out. Actually, I think the first thing I want to do is eat. Quite a bit happened there, including a police-involved shooting. Don't worry. The cop just shot him in the wrist. Nobody died. I think I gotta pick up an Amazon. Ooh, this Dodge Charger looks nice. It's a white one. Is that Scott? Scott! What else? I gotta pick up an Amazon package, which has my new ID holder for my press card. Someone said, what Bay Ridge shooting? Yeah, that was a Bay Ridge shooting. If you didn't know about it, look on our Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. We've also got to post a full video from that shooting. I just have to do some editing as far as blurring out the body. Yes, we recorded his body, and I don't want anybody to see that. Nobody needs to see that, especially the family, you know. Is Wendy's closed right now? Really? No way, I think I see a customer in there. I probably won't be getting the 4 for 4 because I already have the drink. Maybe I'll get just the crispy chicken sandwich and they don't have McDoubles. What do they have? They have the double cheeseburger or something. Thank you, Lawrence.
Two, boy.
You thought Loud Labs just bought footage. What do you mean they bought? Well, here's the thing. You gotta watch Shot in the Dark on Netflix, you know, to see what the whole, what we're all about. Watch that on Netflix. Highly recommend it. They better be open. They better be open. I'll be back.
Two, boy. 29. Can you show me doing a fender for directed at 1414 Dayhoe Road?
Oi, hey! Wendy's is closed. So I'm gonna drive up to the McDonald's. They better have the online thing working. The Travis Scott meal? What? What is that even? The Travis Scott meal? Fire truck accident in Queens. Travis Scott meal, $6. Who is Travis Scott even?
Six to response to.
Responsive.
So apparently he has a quarter-pound burger with cheese, bacon, and barbecue sauce with a fry.
7903 17th Avenue. States in regards to suspicious people. They're actually not at the location now. They were previously inside the church. And be advised, it's a Spanish-speaking caller. Hey, Charlie. 6-8 Charlie. 7th Street 96.
Triple cheeseburger, no cheese. Large fry. They got a promotion for large fry for $1. I just need to add tomatoes to it. I hope they have tomatoes. No, they don't. Very disappointing. I might have to ask them in real life, IRL. don't know why they even have an eat-in option when indoor dining is not even allowed.
Okay, Charlie. 84 minutes 10 times. You try to call back? Stand by. Hey, Charlie, it was a child with the phone. Accidental. 749 yellow.
6-8 answer, Charlie.
I wonder if I can read the order status from outside the McDonald's.
Charlie.
That would be nice, right?
Meanwhile, answer on call that for the 10.
I think it might be possible.
Mark in 98. Show me doing now, 75 David, 86th Street, 3rd Ave.
Now serving. Actually, I can't. The screen is too far away. Part of me just wants to zoom in with my camcorder and read it. Oh, I gotta tell them no. Add tomatoes. I'll be back. Well, that's when you know it's fast food. When they prepare it so fast, you don't have a chance to tell them, add tomatoes. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go, go, go! I only know that song because I watched Ninja Turtles Part 2, was it? Or Part 1, I forget. Part of me feels I should just eat it here, because what's more unusual than eating McDonald's in front of a McDonald's? That's not unusual at all.
Oh boy.
I mean, this is the reality in which we are living in.
Hey boy.
Here's the thing, I wouldn't eat in the McDonald's even if they had indoor eating. Actually, I wanna do a stakeout. I'd rather do a stakeout.
About that 22 at East Bridgewater Church. We got 2 hands on it.
I wanna stake out someone's place.
Yeah, the back.
That's 4 Bravo Live at Red 184.
The shot person shot on Marcy. I'm 84. We got one over here.
Right, that's going to be in front of 504 Marcy. Confirmed person shot.
We're going to need 2 buses over here. We got 2 confirmed shots.
10-4.
504 Marcy Avenue.
Gotcha. D1, take Exeter Street and Shore Boulevard.
Travel out mechanical.
53?
So I'll advise you momentarily.
10-4, thank you.
At this point, driver is conscious and alert, and I'll advise you for the injury. And it's push report 8532.
A lot of people getting shot tonight. 3 people got shot in Rockaway, Queens already. I think 2 other people got shot in Brooklyn earlier today. I forget who was critical. I think one of the 3 victims in the Rockaway shooting is critical.
Church Street, 1st Street. West 4032. What cars are not open?
At 741 Shore.
Oh, dude. Just have a file for that. Anybody?
68 Davis. Okay, essentially marked that about an hour and 45 minutes.
Should just eat the fries on the way there, right?
Alright, so far.
Could have used more salt.
So can I just 116 units to take a ride over to Northern and 91 just to see if you see this taxi? It's probably long gone by now. Job came over at $21.46, so I know the taxi is 90 feet.
What kind of job is that?
It was a regular a yellow taxi, but the one over the
I probably won't finish this large fries though.
was 115.
I'm a couple blocks. I just got it home.
You can smell those fries, huh?
245.
Well, if you're a regular eater of McDonald's, you probably do know the smell of the fries.
Which one is your item?
Just show me on the back of that dog. Just find the stickers.
Grab a map like
Chick-fil-A, I'm not sure if I had Chick-fil-A.
t-shirt, green, sweatpants. Be careful. Exact location 167 Campbell, apartment Charlie, for the sale, seatbelt on the corner.
Ouch. I think I just bit my lip.
10-4, thank you.
Calls in regards to this? Negative. All I have is operations saying that there's confirmed shot spot activation with 8 rounds 3 level. 4. Did I identify? Yeah, it sounds like it's central.
Alright, 10-4, just let me know if I need to do this.
They did not put much salt on this at all.
Carolina fan.
Good thing I have barbecue. That's pretty much what I eat it with.
10-5 to Adam unit.
Airport that?
Time, it's been strict and open line. We're showing it's coming from a lethal aid location.
I'm about to play reporter and cameraman at the same time.
I know where that.
885,
On the roof at 95 TV.
what Charlie wants?
Did you know George Vales? Did you know George Vales? He lived right over there.
Who?
He lived right over there.
Okay.
He killed Michael Scully. Did you hear about that? No? Thank you. 74th and 6th. He shot him.
Oh.
Where have you been, Red?
They got me stuck in the South, Jamaica. That's where I am tonight. Oh, good. That's where I am tonight. I'm just relieving somebody quick.
Well, place looks dark.
Oh, you left.
Place looks
Yeah,
real
I love
dark.
you.
61 is 148-2511.
Stop it.
Operating.
Stop saying what the heck, eh?
Frame 1.
All right.
I pressed window up. Why isn't the window going up?
245, trying to call it correctly, please. 10-4 standby. Just got off the CB. State purpose is the living room. The CB is in the bedroom.
Alright.
Adam 114.
Further, your central contact 334 BGC. 5 Adam. 91. 5 Lieutenant with the call back effective.
Hallway. Everyone Sergeant.
Death job, my shield, I'm launching the fast when they have to mortgage out.
Alright, 10-4. Everyone boy just survived.
This is why I don't like to eat
You said you want a level 1.
a few minutes after I get the food. I like to eat immediately after I get the
Affirmative,
food.
that's Park and Marcy.
Okay, and that's going to be on the shots fired from Marcy. Affirmative,
Let me
that's going to be
plug
the
you guys in.
mobilization point, Park and Marcy.
Affirmative.
10-4.
Your videography, real
10-4.
history, your work, your YouTube channel, etc.
No, 34.
Just plug it in.
10-5.
Alright.
No further, Central. 39.
Port 355. I'm 84 on my 21 if you don't have me 84 ready.
You're going to be out of the location for a while.
Can you put me on direct to the same location, please?
10-4. 104 response. I'm going to give it a next one. 5 persons, they feel like people outside. Vehicles parked on the sidewalk. That's where it's at. What's up, boy? What's up, boy?
This is 104 response.
Coming over to my
What's ragweed? Oh, this is like a. That doesn't sound good.
Can you advise me which hospital the aid was taken to by the 53 with injury?
10-4. The 80 was taken to Elmhurst Hospital. Response 3, go ahead.
Yeah, 39.
Alright, just keep playing basketball in the park. 159 and 29. Thank you.
10-4.
The park is closed.
Okay. Get Adam.
Ford Auto.
Get from the ATM job. He's in Mark 2500. Lacona Avenue at 19. Mark, can you show us on 75 days in front of 110 Braybank Street?
10-4. Regards to a mail back. Mail caller states mail back has a knife and is also dragging a road. Send a check to call back in regards. Cancel. See if he raised a 9 story in there. All units arrive at live advice from these boys. Stand by, checking a call back now. So, you ready to that 39 physical fight? Okay, pick up this 22 and a half at 532 Lester. I'm on 14th Avenue. 22 license plate building. Negative. The correct address for that was 7120 Colonial Road, and that was a 96.
On that conscious. Complainer came from his bag.
10-4. Is the driver out of the vehicle?
4 Central.
No one seen at this time? Find alignment.
The condition.
What's 241? What's the condition?
Central Avenue, 1 Roseau. 10-4. Source 2.
What's the response to keep advised? The agents were there administering CPR, but EMS is agents were at the location that keeps advised. The response?
91 for that 50, show me 132.
10-4.
Roger, thank you.
To get more information. Safety still on scene, Kane, Robert Lala, 84.
Who's not minding their manners?
307 Flatlands 2 Charlie, 103 to 104 on the first.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn lady, how you doing over here?
That's what on here.
What was that unit asking you coming over static? What did you need from the 7-9 sergeant? The approximate age of the victim. Can we find out where these 8 is shot on the body, Sarge? And you said not likely. I just need to know where the female is shot on the body and where the male is shot on the body.
Going to be approximately the 40s.
I'm starting to get pumped up, guys. I'm starting to get pumped up. Let me tell you,
Male shot in the hand.
the half an hour before I leave the house, I feel like crap. I don't know why. Like, it's hard for me to get out of the house. But once I get out of the house, having my caffeine, I'm talking to you guys, I'm starting to get pumped up.
11 Adam.
Actually, probably because I just always wake up from a nap and then I feel like crap, you know? I mean, I don't know anyone who wakes up from sleeping, especially if you didn't sleep long enough to feel wonderful.
4-2. Right, anyway with the knife.
That is the truth, Leslie. That is the truth.
Portal check.
What's up, Jack? Jack, I can't wait till you come down sometime to do more filming. We got to get the show on the road over here.
23 in the confines of the 7979. Houses Sergeant Color Level 1 mobilization in regards to color. 2 people confirmed shot. Mobilization plan for me, Park Avenue, Mafia.
Jack, I wish you were there when that 5 people got shot in Juve. That was that is the most insane shooting incident, whatever, that I've ever covered in a long time.
127 between L and M, okay?
Yeah, awaiting ECT in regards to the 129 job, 239 all mail job.
I'm going to take for a 53 special position for a 1 vehicle MBA for a white Toyota Corolla that was trying to avoid using a vehicle location. Nothing further.
So we'll head over in that direction, please. It just happened a few minutes ago.
How you doing, Chris? What we do here at Lab Labs is we sample different McDonald's restaurants. We order the same thing, and then we review and compare the quality of each cheeseless triple cheeseburger. Just kidding.
Location approximately 15 to 20 minutes ago. Southbound York.
Halfway. 1196 East Temple. No shots fired at or by MOS. Affirmative in regards to Murphy?
Yeah, no alibi.
Thank you.
That's the unfortunate curse of being Asian. Is you're lactose intolerant. I hear also African Americans are prone to lactose intolerance.
What? Negative results of hospital. That's fine. I was 9820 in Almont. Stated he was going out for driving his blue 2013 Mazda MS2. 4-door sedan, New York plate number Charlie David Robert 8207 and failed to return. 8 is up of. I don't know that
I mean, technically I can have it. I just gotta take it with the lactose intolerance pills. So I try to save those times for, like, you know, ice cream, something that's worth it. Cheeseburger, really don't care for that much cheese. Don't really care for cheese that much.
With the knife, start starting with the knife. 5124 Street, 5124 Street, first floor. Child called this dispute mother and female. This has pocket knife injuries. Whatever units back in the house.
Sure, I was going to talk about direction 91, sure, second.
David on the back. Which one on the back? We're going to drive that left door blocked off.
Sergeant from level 1 mobilization, regards to confirm 2 people shot. Mobilization point Park Avenue, Monte, parking on the seat.
Devin, you best answer. Don't be disrespecting your mama.
132, just disorderly 91.
10-5. 10-4. All out. Avenue.
They're saying that the 6-3 handles the beach. This job is coming over from the 6-1. It's a group of kids setting fire on the beach with propane and lighter fluid. FD was notified in regards to 10 to 15 people. Teams deviated to response.
About Dave.
98, remember in Cyclone, directive 91.
Dispute 13640 Thomas Boulevard, 53 with injuries, Nassau Expressway, a family dispute 133-22-145.
That's 191, thank you.
10-4, thank you. Give me one. That's what it was been changed to a rescue now for 921 Montgomery. It's been connected in Utica. This on the 4th floor, apartment 4, odor of gas and storm. The universe is responding, it's in dispatch. Actually on the scene now.
I think I only finished half of that fry.
That's 400. 5 day to 1.
25 day 1.
I'll handle 39.
As one of the things the large group of about 200 kids and have to be financial location. Nothing like that.
I only wish I had more time.
Calls for help, 62, 61,
Guys,
183,
do you know George?
104, 21, 685,
Yeah, the shooter.
15 on the first,
The shooter.
53 with injury, 69,
Uh,
108.
The guy who killed the guy on 74th and 7th Avenue.
Who just advised that?
He lives at a house right here. George Veos. 542. 542. Yeah. Yeah, he shot and killed somebody on 70. Yeah, that's him right there. They arrested him today.
Or somebody like
He's 52 years old.
32?
52.
52?
Yeah.
The guy is dead 52?
No, the guy that he killed
Yeah.
is 62. George is 52. Yeah. But they arrested him today, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, he's locked up. Thanks. You want to comment for the news?
Like that?
You want to say anything for the news?
Oh, no, thank you.
All right, take care. All right, so I think you guys got an idea of why I'm here and or what I'm doing here. Let's get this camera set up and let's see what we can do.
Question 3.
Oh, I found my wife's keys.
7 officers, question 3.
5 direction, 5 Bishop Lucas.
5 Bishop Lucas, 10-4.
Or no weapon was displayed or used. We're looking for 2 male Hispanic, black shirt, gray pants, unknown direction of flight, unknown vehicle. Approximately 5'5". And 2 females.
All right, I need a camera battery. Check, full battery.
The script, Lizzie.
I need a phone mount. Camera light. Check.
US going to Bellevue in regards to a shot.
Phone mount, and I'm putting the ball head there in case anyone talks trash. I can rotate you guys, and you guys can watch that guy talk trash, and then you guys can just talk trash about him. And
Can I get a unit checking about last shot spot at Tompkins and Vernon to Willoughby? Tompkins to Vernon to Willoughby.
At the college. Checking about the Bunker Bishop.
Metro 84 at the 52.
10-4. 25 Brookhaven Avenue. The 80 was removed to St. John's.
who's calling the cops on who?
10-4, 55 units.
10.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Supreme Savage.
To response 1.
93 French, 93 Queen. Thank you for that.
Camera's good. No SD cards. Let's go ahead and put some SD cards in there. I just reformatted both of them. I mean, I just formatted, not reformatted. I guess I could say, yeah, I'm gonna go with formatted. I just formatted both of them. You're good to go. Fresh, dual SD card recording. Why can't this? There we go. Volume levels checked. Yeah, Leslie, maybe he's a random EDP that came on. I don't know. You tell me. I haven't seen this guy ever. First thing he says is, "I'm gonna call the police." I think there's definitely a right time and a wrong time to call police. Definitely call cops if you know your life is in danger, or call 311 if you're having a quality of life issue or something like that. When you don't call cops is I'm trying to think of a good example.
So you were 84 somewhere?
Yes. What do you guys with you don't have access on our phone? So go to that I'll call you on.
There's somebody for me to talk to. Sir, you heard of, George? Do you know George? Do you know George?
George?
Yeah, he lives right over here. Have you heard about the guy that was shot to death?
He was walking his dog?
Yeah.
74th?
He lives right over here.
He lives here?
14.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me that.
No, he does.
You know why the cops were over here earlier?
You saw a lot of cops?
Earlier?
Yeah.
Cops because of him?
Yes.
But he got
Sure.
shot was a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah. That's his name right there. See his address?
Yeah.
That's here, right?
Oh, man.
Have you seen him around? 52-year-old guy?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
you know what he looks like?
Yeah, I probably see him walking around like
Ah.
that. He doesn't like dogs, so I usually try to point other people.
Oh. You want to comment for the news? Oh, okay. Thank you, man. This is why my job is hard, because not many people want to do what I'm about to do. Good evening, ma'am. I'm with the news. Do you know about? Have you seen George? Do you know that guy by any chance?
Who's yours?
George. Have you heard about the shooting that happened?
Yes, the guy. I think I don't know if he's got arrested or not.
Yeah, he got
He lives
arrested.
here in this building.
Yeah, 542.
I don't know this building.
No, it's 542 over there.
No, I think this building.
According to police press release, he lives at 542.
Because my super, he's super old, the same building. He told me about that building.
I mean, have you seen him? Do you know what he looks like?
No, he used to be on the bike. I don't know. And maybe I saw him, but I don't know who's exactly they mean. because
Do you want
They
to?
don't say anything about him in the news.
Well, I do
hear.
know he got arrested today.
Yesterday.
They took him to Brooklyn Central
Yesterday,
Bookings.
the police was even the police car stay here all night and today.
Yesterday?
All the police today.
Yeah,
From yesterday and today.
Yeah, I think they were searching his home,
And
maybe.
then the police car was parking here.
Yeah, they're probably
last
searching his
night.
home, and he was arrested. They took him to Central
Yeah.
Bookings today. Do you
He's
want
crazy
to
guy.
say anything for the news?
No,
like
I don't know about him anything.
how you feel that's your neighbor? You live.
The
next-
other guy lived in 74 in between 7 and
Yeah,
6.
the victim. Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, do you want to say anything on camera about your neighbor? Who's your neighbor? How you feel about it?
Everybody gets sad.
Do you mind if I
I
record
hear
you?
about this guy. He was a good guy.
Do you mind
Everybody
being on
said-
camera? Do you mind if I record you?
No.
No, you don't want to be on camera? Okay, that's fine. But yeah, it's kind of
Maybe
scary.
because my English is not that much. That's why.
Oh, I understand you.
Because I don't know the guy. Maybe I saw him. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly.
But so
Because I live here
just
2
like how
years
you
ago.
feel, about
Yeah.
your neighbor. how you feel about this happening so close to home, you know?
Yeah, it's not that just here. Everywhere. It's not safe no more.
Mm.
Because because they know when they kill, they're not gonna go to jail. They're gonna go on.
Well, they took him to jail today.
Yeah.
Hopefully he
He's gonna
stays
kill
there.
somebody else.
Hopefully he stays there, you know?
Yeah.
So,
He starts first time, and he's gonna,
yeah. All right, well, thanks for the info, man. Appreciate it. Maybe someone will. You too. Hopefully someone talks. Korea. If she wasn't in his gang, how was that ratting? I don't even like that word, snitching. Such a repulsive word. Looks like this is one of those, multi-family apartments. Looks like multiple apartments in the same building, or should I say, looks like 3 units in an apartment. Yeah, definitely Marcelo. At least with the ratting, it's like, because I watch The Sopranos a lot. Ironically, I'm talking to Marcelo Soprano. Is the ratting if you're in the gang. It's ratting if you... Do I have barbecue? No, I don't. It's ratting if you speak to the FBI. He's talking to the FBI. He's a rat. That's actually cool. But the accusation that anyone in the neighborhood can be a snitch is, it's called keeping your neighborhood safer. Whereas if you call them a snitch, it implies that they have some obligation to the criminal elements of the neighborhood. Law-abiding citizens do not have any obligation to the criminal elements of the neighborhood. It'd be nice if more folks were out here. Maybe I should come here at the end of my shift when there's actually more people out. There we go. Hey, good evening, guys. Did you guys know a George, what's his name, Sayos? Hold on, I'll tell you his name in a second. George Bayos. Did you guys know him? 542, right over there.
No.
Have you heard about the shooting? 74th Street and 7th Avenue. Happened on Labor Day, Monday morning.
I don't know.
Guy was walking his dog. He was shot and killed by
Really?
George Bayos. Huh?
Where are you taking?
Do you know a George Bayos by any chance? Did you know him personally or anything?
I live in the building.
Oh, wow. Did you want to say anything for the news? And that building?
Yes.
Because according to the police press release, he lives there.
It's not. It's this building.
Yeah?
I've got pictures. I mean.
You saw police go in and out of this building?
I live here. He's my neighbor.
Oh,
They
okay.
live here.
Yeah, I gotta quit.
That's not the building.
I gotta ask police why they gave me that address.
Yeah,
But-
it's this building. There's 4 buildings. It's the one in the back on the right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to be? You can be anonymous too. No face, no name. At just pointing your feet or something,
Well, who are you with?
All local news stations. I'm the freelancer guy who works at night because they don't work at night. Yeah.
They just like buy your footage or
Yeah, yeah.
license plate.
Something called.
I see.
Do you want to say anything anonymously even?
Well, what are the questions?
What do you know? Have you seen him before? You spoke to him. What is he like? How do you feel about this killer living in your building? Or lived? Now he's in jail, but they locked him up.
Oh, they did the perp walk. I just came back from
Crazy.
the perp walk. Well,
Oh, you were there?
yeah, I missed it though.
What's your involvement?
My mom lives over there. She lives across from the precinct, and he's literally my neighbor on the first floor.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's a little close to home. I mean,
Did you mind commenting anonymously?
and I could do it anonymously.
Yeah, there's no name, no face, just point your feet,
They'd be like,
just a voice, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, well, good
All right,
luck.
thanks, guys. You didn't want to say anything?
I
You guys live here?
No, I'm a couple blocks down.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, so, yeah, I'll just point your feet and just pick up your voice,
Okay.
All right, miss, you mentioned that the suspect that was arrested in connection to Michael Scully's death, that he lives in your building, right here.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me about him.
Did.
Have you seen him before? What is he like?
I mean, what I know of him, he lived, well, it's a first floor apartment, and something that I know about him is that he liked bikes. I would often
Bicycles,
see him,
or?
bicycles. Yes, just regular, just 2 feet pedal bikes. You see him biking up and down in the neighborhood, and he would also fix bikes on the first floor lobby, so you pass it, you could see him when you enter the building.
Mm-hmm. Did he? Do you know what he did for a living or anything?
My understanding was that he was on SSI, so I mean, and
He's
I
a
think-
52-year-old male.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew how old he was. I read that, so I never actually knew how old he was, or he is. I mean, to me, as someone who lived in the same building, he was always cordial. Hello. They had a cat, and the cat would go up to the
When you
second
mentioned
floor.
they, did he have a wife or?
I believe it was his girlfriend. I believe it was actually her apartment.
Oh, okay. So he was living
Yeah.
with her.
Yeah.
He had a
took,
cat.
He took care of
He
her.
fixed bikes.
He fixed bikes. Yeah. And oh God.
Have you spoke to him? Did he anything off about him that you may have noticed?
Oh, I mean, I would just say, me personally, now he was always very respectful, very cordial to me. Hello. And I remember him just helping me with some heavy items a few years ago. So to me personally, he was always cordial.
He doesn't seem like somebody who might shoot and kill somebody.
Well, that's definitely not the first thing that I thought of. I mean, definitely if you were here during the day, you would hear other stories, because different tenants would have different experiences, and those who lives here even longer than myself, although I've lived here for a while. But and
Anything bad? Any conflicts? Any?
well, I do know that there is a conflict with a neighbor on Friday, and
Just a few days prior to the shooting.
yes, Friday, I believe it was the 4th, so just last Friday. So that's,
Anything specific at all?
I think there was just an issue with the neighbor. I think he was blocking the neighbor's ability to exit, and the neighbor was trying to go to work.
Like the hallway, elevator?
No, sorry, this was on the street. This was outside on the street, so I don't know exactly
Like a
how.
car or?
Well, to my knowledge, he didn't have a car. To my knowledge, but I mean, but
Just preventing him
but,
from
but-
physically.
But somehow there was some issue where I don't know if he was taking up the neighbor's time, but there was just some issue. But the other thing that I did hear was that he was bothering another neighbor's wife who lives on this street, and the other neighbor who lived in another building spoke to our. I know it's confusing, but was speaking to the neighbor who had a conflict about him. So it just depends on who you speak to
Wow.
and what pictures
So
or the
in-
fuller picture that you may get. Because, like I said, to me, he was always courteous, always a hello, let me hold the door. Yeah.
And I believe the New York Post reported something about that he may have had conflict in regards to money
Yeah,
with
I mean,
Michael Scully.
I've read stuff, but just kind of like many people, I don't know. I mean, I read that as well, but I don't know. The one thing that I will say is that seemed odd, not odd, but or that caught my attention was one, it happening so early, because just personally, I would usually just see him later on in the day, later on,
Not
like
that
the afternoon,
early.
not that early. So
So it
that
happened
was,
like 7 a.m. or something.
I think I read 6:50.
Yeah. I was there
79.
when they took Michael out, and I saw his body. It looked in really bad shape.
Well, I saw
you
the
know.
blood spot. Oh my God.
And the
It's-
neighbors, even I spoke to, reported they heard shots
Oh.
that were fired.
Well,
Very
I
unusual,
mean,
they said.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you might hear, because it's right by the highway, so maybe you might hear, I don't know, but that almost might be like background noise. But yeah, I thought the time of day that just stuck out to me because I've never seen him that early. And I am someone I do get up. I did leave a little bit later that morning because it was a long weekend. Because someone's been picking me up. We go swimming in the mornings, so we'll meet at 6:40. So I thought, oh wow, had it been like a weekday. But at any rate,
What was your reaction when you first heard it? How did you hear the news?
my mother, who lives in the neighborhood, which news? The news that someone was murdered, or
When Michael was shot?
it I thought, really? What? It was just confusing. It was, and maybe I've just kind of taken it for granted, just feeling relatively safe living in the neighborhood for as long as I have. I mean, I know anything can happen anywhere, but I mean, what is that? Not even a 10-minute walk from here, and I would walk along 7th Avenue, and I passed that fence.
Right. 74th and 7th Lane,
I passed it because I would literally just walk up the avenue and walk up 7th up to 82nd or so, and then come back. So I've passed that residence. It's just things that you do that you don't think about it because it's normal. It's just your everyday, and so it was unsettling. Definitely yesterday just to find out, and then it's just even more. It's something. There was just something when I read where he was shot. I thought, wow, that feels really personal. And then this morning I woke up and there was no police tape, so I saw the blood, and
You mentioned you saw the blood. Where did you see it?
Oh, I walked over
Oh,
there
when you walked
because
over there,
there's no, because I went, like I said, I live in the neighborhood. And so when I found out yesterday afternoon, I was just curious, so I walked over, but you couldn't get to the property because there was the blue
The police tape, right? Yeah.
Blue police tape, but the tape, you just have a remnant of the tape on the gate. And so when I could pass where the tape was yesterday, and I could only also imagine.
Was it on the steps on the sidewalk or
No,
something?
it's on the sidewalk, and they're just like these big droplets of blood, and you see, or I can envision, as they were talking about how he was shot on the corner, and then you could trace the blood going back to his house.
Mhm.
You could see it, and I think just seeing that. it made it real. I knew that it happened, but there was just something about like, oh my goodness.
You see it for
That
yourself.
yesterday, because when I went in the morning, I'm like, yesterday someone was alive here 24 hours, and it's it's just like in disbelief. And the thing of it, like it's not Law and Order. Like this is real life. It's not, because it's one thing when you think, oh, you see crime shows, but I'm like, no, this is happening in my own neighborhood. And to come back here yesterday afternoon to talk to my neighbors, hey, did you hear about what happened? And then 7 o'clock to find out you can't go downstairs. The neighbor was just arrested.
That's when you first found out.
Well, that's when I first found out about George. I was leaving. It was going 7 o'clock, close to 7 o'clock, and a neighbor was just hanging out, and he just said, "Wait, I was just told to wait. The neighbor was just arrested." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
You were wondering why he was arrested.
Well, I mean, I tell you, my thought did go to what's going on in the neighborhood. I did see detectives, and so I saw detectives looking on the avenue here and on 7th Avenue with the badges and the holsters in that afternoon. Okay. But never did I think that it would lead. There was just no thought that it was going to lead here.
Right to your home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and as I was walking down, I thought, okay, wow, great. There's no police. I mean, but it's. I'm just.
I
kind
kind of
of
expected to see police here, but I guess
No, they
change of
left.
shift or
The crime scene. The crime scene unit was here. I don't know what time they left. 5 o'clock maybe. And then they closed up the apartment, or they put on a padlock. And then I guess the key was handed over to the police.
And no one else lives at that apartment. You mentioned his girlfriend.
Well, it was her apartment. I knew that. It was her apartment.
She still lives there, or
I was told that she was taken to the hospital last night.
after what happened?
Well, after, oh my God, yeah, after they came to, they didn't have, my understanding was that they didn't have a warrant when they came last night. So they came under they said that they were doing a welfare check on her.
Oh, okay. From what I've noticed, if there is a welfare check, it could give him a reason to make entry,
It makes, I
like,
mean,
thinking someone might be dead or in need of help.
It makes sense because most of us, well, and again, I know who she is. I haven't seen her in years, though.
Do you know her name by any chance?
I do. It's Pamela.
Just the first name, or?
Pamela Kennedy, or Pamela Vernocki Kennedy. But Pamela Kennedy. And she's lived in the building for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
And anything else you'd like to say?
No, that was probably more. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go because
Okay.
it's just a lot.
Well, thanks again
It's
for the
just a
info.
lot.
Let me give you my card here, if you want to post stuff on social media, as well as work with all our local clients and news stations and such.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, thanks again. Do appreciate it. So you just heard from a neighbor. Sir, good evening. Did I speak to you already? Did I speak to you already?
No.
Did you hear about, do you know George Bayos? No? Okay, thank you. You heard about the shooting?
That's Lovington.
Huh?
Lovington Avenue.
Yeah, right here, right? You heard about the guy who shot the other guy?
No.
Yeah, because
Yesterday,
I think he lives over there.
Yeah.
But I don't know why someone else said he lives over here, but I think he lives over there.
It's
Someone
over
told
there.
me. Yeah.
537.
You want to say anything for the news?
No.
Okay, thank you, man. I don't know why there's a different address here. Oh well, I'll still film both locations, and yeah, I'll film both locations. Because it really sounds like this is the more accurate location. I don't know why the police press release stated a different location. Interrogation. So interrogation is something where police, but I get if you're trying to be humorous, I guess. Trying to get proper shot at this building. Well, I definitely think, but we got two neighbors that confirmed the new location, which invalidates what the police press release stated. So I am quite confident that that is indeed the correct location. What time is it? Definitely not a story for tonight's news. Definitely a story for tomorrow morning's news. So I got more than what I expected, and I'm pretty happy with what I've got. Right, this is someone who spoke to Mike George, the gunman. Let's have some of this soda. Can't wait to tell my clients all about this.
101 midnight. Sure, to go ahead for now.
Avenue. Stay with you for 3 hours. Stop by with you, no weapons. Good, available to back on Charlie Southern on EBT?
Very far.
Oh, wait.
What's that name?
91-2, okay, 10-4, thank you, Lieutenant. Give me one. 30 to Northern. Jim, I just been with the father. Doesn't feel safe. There's no personal injury. Middle age. You're wearing a gray shirt. Blue pants.
How you doing, man? I just spoke to the neighbor who knew George Veos. In fact, the DCPI address for the perp is incorrect, and that is according to two neighbors I spoke to. The building is actually quite a large apartment building, probably 20 plus units in the building. It's, I don't want to say it's a long interview, but it's probably, I wouldn't be surprised the interview was 10 to 15 minutes or so. She had quite a bit to say. She knew him in real life. Sorry, I mean, she knew him, spoke to him at some point. She didn't know him too well. Even she did give a name of his girlfriend that he lived with. And she's currently in the hospital, reportedly. Yeah, look forward to that tonight. I'm going to go to some other jobs and I'm going to be sending that.
Negative.
So yeah, thanks to Facebook Messenger's 1 minute limit. I went over and I don't even know what I said anyway. I got a few other jobs to go to. Look for that interview that I'll be sending in at some point tonight.
Yeah, 417 Mars. 1 4.
2 to East 53, there's a male hitting a female, and she has injuries to her eye. He fled the location. Female was uncooperative.
Did you guys interview any of
Charlie 1.
George's neighbors? Question mark.
David 10-4. And 6-9 Adam. 6-9 Adam. 9 Adam. That's a 52 family with a knife, 637 Fargo to Glenwood. The female is fighting with knives. They're in the middle of the street of that location.
All right, that was my last ditch attempt.
The female black in their 20s. 6-9 Charlie.
That's 2 of you there.
All right, so let's go to a job. I mean, yeah. Let's see, what do we got?
Right on the 39.
All right, at least this is a convenient location to go to.
David Midnight. Hey, David. I have a cardiac. I'll keep you of EMS on scene. I can link Temple with the 4 room. Answer this reading.
Softly. And
Let me plug you guys in as well.
awaken breathing.
But yeah, let's get to this other job because I'm kind of late to it. But you know what? I will guarantee you there will be a scene there. And hopefully what I got was an exclusive. I did forget to ask if she spoke to. Just interviewed one of his neighbors who had a lot of information about him. It's an anonymous interview, but I think you may find it useful.
Mark the direction 91 showing picking up that 68 on 901 Roosevelt.
Hello! Did you know George? Did you know George, the shooter?
Bob Boy Midnight, Bob Boy Midnight on
Thank you. Apparently they didn't know George, the shooter.
260 Bergamot, and attention to marijuana use at 12 Kingston.
Alright, let's get out of here. Oops, I left the steering wheel in a lowered position while I was eating the McDonald's. I blame McDonald's. Let's get out of here. She was a credible witness. You could tell in her sincerity in speaking to you. Yeah, no doubt, RS. And while I was speaking to her, she was tearing up. She got emotional. This is something that is personal to her. How would you feel if you woke up one morning, you tried to go to work or whatever, you couldn't even go outside of your building because your neighbor was arrested in connection with a homicide where he fatally shot a guy who was just walking his dog in the same neighborhood. How crazy is that? And a lot of people said good things about Michael Scully. He was self-employed. He sold, I believe, perfume and cologne. He had 5 dogs. He loved his dogs. He would hang out at this one place. Oh, was this homeless guy just sleeping in the corner? He would hang out at, what is it? That one restaurant.
They have actually responded, but they both parties fled outside. Check the live.
He helped a lot of people. He was known as the mayor of his block. That's what they said about him. But the New York Post did report it may have been something to do with money, right? There's something about money and homicides. Money leads people to kill. Do you guys remember the guy who got chopped up at the Lower East Side apartment building? Do you guys recall that story? The guy that got chopped up, he was a tech CEO of a mobile startup, something to do with renting scooters or something, right? And his friend slash personal assistant slash accountant apparently stole a lot of money from him. And when he found out, he threatened to fire him, but you know, they said I think eventually he agreed to pay the money back slowly or something, but eventually he just killed him. Which doesn't make sense at all. You know, something like that, these folks can't be in their right mind because, you know, if you think you can get away with murder in this day and age, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, especially in New York City, when you've got tons of it everywhere. I mean, maybe it was done in a foreign country, in a very remote setting, but in someone's apartment? It's crazy. A little off topic there, but the interview is, you know, useful to our clients. So, I gotta say, in spending about, you know, maybe I gotta thank McDonald's too. Maybe I gotta thank myself for not eating something at home and going out. But, you know, that exact amount of time eating McDonald's and then getting out of the car, that catching that little window of opportunity right there got me that interview. Not to mention, I would try talking to so many other people. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Meanwhile, we're on our way to a different story. I still think it was funny. I said what we do on this channel is compare McDonald's burgers at every restaurant. Let's focus on the road now. I swear I hate these lights. It's so shaky. Alejandro, are you there? I know you're gonna say you're gonna help me out, right, with these lights. Let me tell you, I'm done with the shakiness. I definitely need to organize this car better as far as where all the electronics are at. What's up, Diego? I think that interview has potential. Excuse me, guys. I had to blow my nose. good. It looks like about 40% gas, but you know, that's fine. Very kind, Adam. Very kind. Haven't had a wonderful day in 15 years. Oops. All right, we're back on track.